People start businesses for all sorts of reasons. Some chase a dream they've carried for years. Others see a problem and think, I can fix that. A few spot a gap in the market so glaring it keeps them up at night. And then there are the bold ones who want to reinvent an entire industry because why not? There are countless on-ramps to entrepreneurship, but at some point, every journey needs fuel. And that fuel is an idea, something specific, tangible, unique. An idea that makes life better, easier, or more interesting, and delivers on the reason you wanted to start a business in the first place. Now here's the funny part. For many entrepreneurs, it doesn't even begin with a brilliant idea. It begins with a passion project that accidentally turns profitable. It's that side hustle you start on weekends that suddenly demands a business license. But whether your idea strikes like lightning or grows like a plant, it starts with self-reflection. You've got to ask yourself the hard questions, the kind that reveal what really drives you. What do you love doing in your spare time? Who do you enjoy spending time with outside of your family? What comes effortlessly to you, the thing that doesn't feel like work? Do you have a skill or insight others find valuable in solving their problems? What's that one thing you love, you're good at, and here's the clincher, people would pay for? Or simply put, what's your ikigai? Now, here's the difference. A person who creates something purely out of passion is called a hobbyist. Someone who creates something out of passion to solve their own problem is a tinkerer. But the one who builds something that solves a shared problem for many people, that's an entrepreneur. Every business starts with an idea, whether it's to solve a pain point or improve what already exists. But here's the catch. It's not enough for your idea to be clever. It has to be viable. A great business idea doesn't need to be new. It just needs to meet a real need. Start by looking for frustrations in your own life. What's missing? What's broken? What could be done better? Airbnb was born because its founders couldn't afford rent and decided to rent out air mattresses in their apartment. That was it. A simple fix to a personal problem that millions happen to share. Sometimes the opportunity isn't about invention, but improvement. Maybe the product exists, but the experience stinks. Maybe it's too expensive, too slow, or too complicated. Ask yourself questions like, how can I make it cheaper? How can I make it better? How can I make it faster or easier? How can I make people actually enjoy buying it? Your goal is to find the gap between what exists and what's possible, and build your bridge right there. Observation is everything. Pay attention to the small frustrations people overlook. Entrepreneurs are professional problem spotters. They see opportunity in the obvious and money in the mundane. Markets are just groups of people with shared needs, and understanding them is like decoding human behavior. Start listening. Read online forums, scroll through social media, dive into Reddit threads, Facebook groups, or Quora questions. You'll start spotting patterns, recurring complaints, unmet desires, and wishful comments like, I wish there was an app for that. Look globally too. What's booming in other countries that hasn't hit your region yet? Netflix was a USDVD mail service before streaming existed. It worked because they saw where the world was headed, not where it was. Ask questions. Get feedback. Talk to potential customers. Don't fall in love with your idea. Fall in love with solving their problem. There's a romantic myth that billion-dollar ideas arrive like divine lightning bolts. One eureka moment and suddenly you're the next Elon Musk. In reality, it's rarely like that. Good ideas are messy, iterative, and often disguised as bad ones. You have to wade through dozens of mediocre concepts before one clicks. Airbnb sounded absurd at first. Who would let strangers sleep in their house? Uber? Who would hop into a stranger's car? Crazy, right? Until it worked. So don't be afraid to chase an idea that others dismiss. If everyone says, that's a great idea, it probably isn't. Because the great ideas are usually crowded already. Look for the weird ones, the ones people misunderstand, the ones with potential hiding under skepticism. Once you've got an idea, don't rush to protect it. Poke holes in it. Take a page from Walt Disney's creative process. He had three personas: the dreamer, the realist, and the critic. After imagining big, he'd switch hats and deliberately find everything wrong with the idea. Why? Because that's how ideas become bulletproof. Ask yourself, what could go wrong? What's the downside? What assumptions am I making? What if the market shifts? It's not about killing your idea. It's about refining it. For an idea to succeed, it must pass the feasibility test. Scrutinize it from every angle. Can it be done? Is there a market for it? Can it make money and sustain it? Entrepreneurship is about balancing three risks. Customer risk: do people really want this? Market risk: will the market accept it at scale? Technical risk: can it actually be built or delivered? IDEO, the global design firm, simplifies this into three golden filters. Desirability: do people want it? Viability: can it make money? Feasibility: can it be done? Your job is to find the sweet spot where all three overlap. Once you've stress tested, refined, and validated your idea, write it all down. Thinking on paper turns imagination into execution. Sketch out your assumptions, outline your plan, and make a checklist of what needs to be tested next. Because a business idea only becomes real when you stop talking about it and start building it. Remember, good ideas are rarely born perfect. They're shaped, stretched, and sculpted into greatness. So observe more, question deeper, test harder, and write everything down. In the words of Thomas Edison, the value of an idea lies in the using of it. Your next big idea might already be hiding in plain sight, waiting for you to look at it differently.